It's like cooking, right? It's interesting because Hanskin we had on last night for like a 3 a.m.
Kyle, how is it like cooking?
I'll get to that. Hanskin said sometimes games and drafts, like, it's about instinct, right? It's like knowing you look good. It's like knowing an outfit looks good. I'd say the same.
How do you think you look right now?
When you go think about cooking, right? Some guys, like Rich, you probably can make some mean pancakes, right? But if I were to ask you to make something like with Peruvian Japanese fusion, you'd be lost. You look at drafting. Both of these teams, if they open with Avenge, they'll know what to do with that because that's like a really easy base. It's just like some chicken stock. All right, easy. It's much more difficult for these guys to get that A-level draft if they start with subpar ingredients, notably supports that don't offer some form of damage.
And you're saying they'll put the wrong spice in like the wrong food.
Right? Sometimes
go ahead.
When you're limited with choice, sometimes it's good because you won't have.
Because you make a spicy dish on accident.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like all of a sudden, it's like, wow, like octopus is good with mayo.
Ugh.
Or at one time, accidentally put cumin in yogurt. Actually good.
That sounds good.
It's actually good. So we'll see if they come up with a creative recipe like that. Thank you a lot, Kyle. Your analysis is great. Actually, there are a lot of things in the draft as well that I knew caught your guys' eyes.
The thing is, so going back to the whole cooking thing, right? 5 men in the draft.
No, let's not do that.
It's the only way I know how to explain things, Rich, is analogies. They had the makings of a good stew. And you know what they did?
Who did? Sorry.
5 men. They had something good. And like, I don't know, they were making a pizza and they put mayo on it. From
That's
there.
actually good.
Okay, what?
It's
They
5
put in
men
too much
making a
garlic.
pizza.
I don't know. They did something that's unrecoverable.
This analogy is
Don't
dog
take this
shit.
away from me, Rich.
They put dog
picked
food on the
Knicks.
pizza.
Sure, that's pretty. Well,
Would you like that dog food?
but it wasn't. The thing is, there are games where like Enigma's a great hero, Bat's a great hero. It's not dog food. It's something solid. You know, it could work. It's hot sauce, but they just put on way too much hot sauce to the point where it's unrecoverable. When you put too much hot sauce on something, it's too late
Milk.
now.
They put milk on the pizza. That's ridiculous.
Whatever.
Why would you put milk on
Exactly.
Milk's great.
You're
Builds
picking.
strong bones. It's actually not true.
It's not true.
We talk about
true.
Knicks being this
It's
really
propaganda.
cool pick, and it's rare,
Milk
and it's niche,
propaganda.
and it's
Knicks
matchup
propaganda.
dependent, and they picked Enigma and Bat into Knicks.
Today, use those channel points to fire Slacks. I am going to talk to production to see if we can fire Kyle as well. And because of that, I am going to throw it on over to the draft panel, get this final started, and try to figure out how I can fire this idiot.
A big part of it is because cooking is a lot about feeling, right? And that's the thing. All of you guys at home, cooking's a lot easier than you think it is. You just got to give it a shot. It's all about feel. Your grandma's recipe, she doesn't measure it out meticulously. Nah, she's like, you know, tss, pss, bang, delicious. And only you just know. Anyway, drafting is like looking at a really well-stocked cupboard. You know, you got all the spices, the materials, whatever. The problem is here, 5 men just had things you couldn't combine, but they tried to.
So
and you still got to make a meal, but no one's going to want to eat it.
I totally agree. Every panel is honestly like a mixture of food ingredients as well. And for anyone at home right now who's like, man, I really just can't take Kyle. It's because he's like Vegemite. There's one small, minuscule, like tiny little place in the world.
Australia.
Yes. Which honestly, when you start thinking about the shape of the world, right?
Australia is huge. It's a continent.
It's a continent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Technically Oceania, I suppose.
I mean,
Where are you going
Look.
with this?
if you think about a pancake,
I thought we were talking about the world.
we are. If you think about a pancake, can I make anything bigger?
No, stop.
Does anything on the pancake really matter but the part that has the syrup on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Okay, I won't continue with this analogy, but I would like to say that Kyle is the Vegemite of Dota.
Could it at least be hummus?
No, hummus.
What's wrong with hummus?
I think
is
hummus
delicious.
is universally great.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I'm fine with being hummus.
You know what you actually are? You are a falafel.
Falafel.
You're a falafel.
Falafel's not bad.
Falafel's great.
I love falafel.
Falafel's great, but if you have too much of it, your mouth like dries up and you choke to death.
Okay.
You're literally the falafel of Dota. You're great. We need you, but like you need to
Like
be
2 of
surrounded
it.
by hummus. Yeah, I need exactly 2 of you.
And this.
Yeah, lizard
This
is
is
the
hummus.
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 Yeah,
You know what I mean?
the hummus.
Dude, I'll take that.
When you were talking about like lighting a fire in your kitchen, I literally in my head the first thing I thought of was lizard breaking down the door in a fireman outfit, just going, "Is there a fire here?" And the question is, there were a lot. The morph did look really,
It
really
did
strong.
look. It did look. It looked like, man. You got me trying to make cuisine relevant
You
analogies.
don't gotta force it. That's what I mean. You can just be relaxed. At the end of the day, and this is what I really want 5 men to realize: cooking is simple. It's just salt, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, maybe some butter. Those are the essential ingredients. And 5 men, that's what they were missing. They need the venge first pick. They need something to build around.
You want to know what I learned from cooking?
What are you doing? No,
Wait, here, just let
what's
me.
happening? What the hell?
No, just let me.
What are you doing?
You're an idiot sandwich, Kyle! You're an idiot sandwich! Oh, that made me feel a lot better.
Okay. Anyway.
Do you know what that's from?
No.
Okay, that made sense that he was scared then. That's like one of the most popular
How can you
cooking
not know
references
where
of all
that's from?
time. He's talking about cooking. He doesn't even know what that's from.
He never cooked in his life. That's the thing.
yeah.
Like he's
You don't know what that's from? I'll show you backstage. It's like one of the most famous.
Well, I was just really confused because production said don't move, and then all of a sudden you were picking up.
They said
sharp
don't move
objects.
because they knew what I was doing very quickly, so they wanted you to stay in place to not ruin the camera shot. There's one way that we can fix this. Do you promise not to move?
Okay. Wait, no, sit back.
No,
down.
Promise not to move. And I'll just say I am an idiot sandwich.
No.
Please,
Please don't touch me.
please say I'm an idiot
You're
sandwich.
breaking the personal space barrier. I feel very. I don't know
I know
why this panel's gone on so long.
because
Isn't
they
there
clearly
supposed
had to
be
go
a
back to
game?
the drawing board, so they're taking their time. I'm really upset that you didn't say that you were an idiot sandwich.
I'm
But
not
you asked me to
Twitch
sit
chat.
back
I'm not
down.
just gonna do what you asked me to do.
They
no,
would not.
they would never do it. You
They would
are
not-
Twitch chat.
They would not spam I right now.
They're gonna do exactly that.
No, they're not.
You can't reverse psychology Twitch chat. That's not. What in the fuck?
What do you mean you can't?
You're an idiot sandwich.
Production. we're gonna have words. We're gonna have words if I ever get off this panel.
Okay, that's mean. Production, shame on yourself. You and Rich in
At
cahoots
least I at least it could be like a grilled
destroying
cheese.
my beautiful little falafel. Shame on you. Shame on you,
Hold on,
production. Shame on you, Rich.
So what do you want to see these guys actually?
just pick
Well,
something
okay, so we
simple.
saw what we wanted on the panel. Kyle's an idiot sandwich. But what do we want to see when we actually do get the?
Now that
Now that's more fair.
is
There you go.
very accurate.
And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
Okay, 5 men had
Dragon.
very complicated lineup text. You have weird things. Enigma plus Undying, Bloodseeker off lane, chest. I'll be honest, between you and Slack's casting, I'm not sure I'm going to make it to game 3. However, 5 men, if they'd like to make it further in the series,
Why are you so mean?
simple.
Dude, why are you
strategy.
so mean to everybody?
Yeah,
Everybody's so
they're
nice
just
to you
very
all the
negative.
time.
What's happening, Kyle?
2 more days.
Relax.
2
Kyle,
more
man.
days.
Man, we were all just having fun.
Just having a laugh.
Like it just never feels long enough. I genuinely like.
We've been
No,
here
this
for-
one was definitely long enough, Rich.
It really did not feel that long at all.
Yeah.
No, I mean maybe for you because you had to deal for everyone with everyone, but for me it didn't feel nearly long enough. Just like this panel, but sadly, all good things do come to an end. It's time to jump on over to the draft panel. Idiot sandwich. Is that the gotcha pick?
You're trying to do a gotcha pick, and then you fail miserably with it. Like this brood. First and foremost, let's just put it
Can I
this way.
take this one?
Are you going to go into the kitchen?
We've got to go back to the kitchen.
Are you going to go back to the kitchen?
We're going to go back
no.
to the kitchen.
Look. Okay, go to the
We'll go back to the kitchen. We'll go back to the kitchen, Kyle. You get to the point, you know, you've almost finished. It's like when your mom, she's working hard. She's making food for like the big family.
Wow.
But the problem is,
Do you remember last time we brought my mom into a panel? What she said?
I do remember what you said, Rich. We don't need to repeat it just yet. Lovely lady, though. You should call her more often. And you at home, you should call your parents more often. They won't be around forever. You need to please, like, the last brother, right? Like, I had one brother. He didn't like rice.
What?
He didn't like rice, and he didn't like pasta. So, like,
Cool, Mom.
you'd make the food, and then you need to get like this. What?
Never mind. Just keep going.
What happened?
What is it? Did I say something weird?
Yeah, you said something a little bit
No,
weird.
it's all fine. Continue with the kitchen
God, my
story.
family watches these. I need to stop telling personal stories. But yeah, my point is, you get to the end of the draft, but like you need to get something to like make that one kid that's like super picky happy, and that's what they have to do with this draft in 5 men because Chessie, he's a very picky player, right? In that spot, there's really only 3 heroes that you're gonna be. Why? Are you, stop! What is wrong with you guys? We're trying to talk about the game.
It's just we were talking
the
about the game.
grand
I'm not following you on this one. I have to say
I
I'm
lost
not fully following you on this
what
one.
picky
If somebody's
kid?
big-
But this
doesn't
goes
want
back
rice, so
Kyle.
it's
You
brewed
gotta
on-
think
I
through, is my
understand the
point.
analogy, but this was literally the first thing that Blizzard and I talked about when we sat down. They have a limited hero pool. Is that
Yes.
So why did you need the
So you don't
analogy? We
have-
already understood that.
Because the viewers, we want to
Because
make
the viewers want the analogy. No, they don't, Kyle. They don't. Fun.
This is something I would say is a criticism I've had of Misery for a while, is like not finding the formula, the recipe, some would say, that helps his team succeed. If you look back to TI9, Chaos, even though they were eliminated in group stage, ended the tournament with the most unique heroes picked. That's insane.
Yeah.
Least games played, most heroes picked. We're seeing something similar here. They
So
need to
you
find
would say they were
their...
experimenting with different recipes. Is that it?
You might be onto something,
Wow.
Wizard. Can we? It's not as if they're just spamming heroes, right? It's just, again, you know what?
I think I know what you're going to say.
What am I going to say?
You're going to talk about how the most valuable players in Dota are old men.
No, I'm going back to the kitchen.
Oh, God
Because
damn it.
Puppy has got not one, not two, but 3 Michelin stars. And that man, it doesn't matter what ingredients you get. You bring him into your house, you say, yo, I got some old stuff and leftovers in the fridge. He's like, psh.
Can we go back
I've
to the
got-
sandwich production?
This was actually a good one, though. Yeah. He's,
No matter the ingredients, it's not like he's just making the same dish.
have
It's
you ever
always new.
seen? Have you ever seen Hunter x Hunter? I like to call it Hunter x Hunter, but I think the X is silent. And there's the gourmet hunters. And they find the rarest ingredients and make them work together, and they kind of have like an anime great British bake off. And Puppy's an anime chef who's in a competition, and he has the special ingredient. And he's like, he knows what to do with it. But I actually don't want to talk about them right now.